was a reggae song.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously.
I'm kidding, it wasn't.
On steroids.
Right? Good luck following that.
Why you gotta
With you.
punch it?
Because I'm fat. Who thought that sucked? Really? Nobody?
No.
Who thought it was awesome? How about Jeff Rigg on the keys back here? Cameron Tate. Up there. Jonathan King. Magical as always. So last but shortest. Oh, sorry. This little fella. This is Jason Laporte. He likes reggae, long walks on the beach. Oh, and chamomile tea. I should have known. He's got the skater thing, yeah. He's gonna play some songs, and then we're all going home.
All right.
I really just want to thank you all for coming tonight. We really very much appreciate any of your donations, hugely. Thank you for that. Thanks, Jordan Ross. Love you long time. And thanks to all of you for writing some kick-ass songs tonight. I mean, for real. You guys, I don't even know what to say now. Cameron Tate. Hey. Awesomeness. Lots of it. These nuts, I don't know. Ass to nuts. Ass nuts. Yes. You can buy all these songs on iTunes tomorrow. Just kidding. Maybe. I don't know how to do that, so I am kidding. YouTube.
So this is my life. I get stuck with awkward situations after Mad Libs and rock and roll. Can I tell a really short story? Because nobody here probably knows who I am.
You can tell a long story because you're new in town.
So,
Cowboy.
another guy from Ohio, right?
Eh?
Comes down from the old 419. Well, look at that. There's other Ohioans.
No way.
No way, not here.
Right?
No.
Unheard of.
So, I moved here February 26, 2020. The best year ever. So I wanted to move here for 10 years. My wife hates snow. It's horrible, you know? We one time in Ohio had, not in one sitting, but 81 inches of snow dump on us in a winter. And my wife's like, you need to make us move to Hilton Head Island. I'm like, okay, sure, when we're 65. So I finally hit a climax and my wife was like, no, we're doing this now. So I have to make things happen because that's what I do, and especially my wife. She's the most wonderful woman on the face of the planet. No offense, ladies. When she asks for something, I like to give it to her. So I start scourging in my head, and I'm like, how in the world? Well, I don't know how long to make this story go, but...
Go back to the climax part.
The climax? What's the climax? We almost moved to Charleston, South Carolina.
Oh, I'm happy you didn't do that.
In 2012, but we found out that I'm really good at another thing other than playing guitar, and that's making babies.
Uh-oh!
So we went to Charleston thinking we're looking for houses, and that turned into vacation with a very sick, pregnant wife, right? So I had 2 more kids, and I called Jordan Ross. Well, I didn't call him. I texted him, or I sent a message on Facebook and said, hey, Jordan, I met you on my honeymoon. You were one of the 2 musicians I talked to. Do you remember me? And he goes, oh, yeah, sure. Yeah, I remember you. He was lying, but he was great because that's what he does. And I said, what's going on in Bluffton, South Carolina? Right? Because he's from Ohio. That's what he's like, oh, another Ohioan. So Jordan introduced me to Doug Marshall, to a bunch of people at Sea Pines, to Chip Larkby eventually. So I moved down here, and 2 weeks later, COVID hits, right? So for a musician, you're like, great, I get to go play in Hilton Head Island. That's amazing in Bluffton. And then COVID hits, and you're like, not so fast. So supporting a family of 5, I about crapped my pants. Because I'm in an 1,100 square foot apartment. Jay Fraser right there, he helped me move in. I didn't even know who these people were. And they're like, hey, I have pizza and I'm gonna help you move into your little 1,100 square foot apartment. And then we found out I had cockroaches, which apparently you call palmetto bugs.
It depends on how big. If they're as big as your cat, they're palmetto bugs.
They're cockroaches.
If they're small, they're rooches.
Okay, it's better than 81 inches of snow. Okay, so cockroaches later. I've gotten to jam with Zach Stilton.
Yeah.
I got to jam with Cameron Tate. Where's he at? I got to jam with. I think I jammed with Jordan Ross. Yeah. For a wee bit at Calhoun Street Tavern, got to jam with Jonathan King. Yeah. And I got to jam with Chip Larkby. Yeah. And not to diss on Toledo, this is one of the coolest music scenes I've ever experienced. And I've experienced Columbus, Toledo, Ann Arbor, Cleveland, Detroit. All Detroit has is Eminem, so whatever with them.
Easy, Toledo.
So, and then Jordan said, you should come check out the roasting room. And I'm like, man, I would love to play original music on that stage. And Chip's like, we're going to have a Mad Lib night. You're going to play some original music. And I'm like, I don't want my roasting room cherry to be popped on a Mad Lib night. Chip Larkby.
Is that what I really sound like, Jason?
He's from Chicago.
I'm the Lollipop Guild.
Okay, so that's my story. Eventually, things picked up. I got to do tech for Church of the Cross, and people gave money to me so that I wouldn't have to move back to Ohio.
Let's go
And
back
now
to
I
the
stand
climax.
here on January 22nd, 2021, which is gonna be a better year, if you make it a better year.
Sure, it's that
So,
easy.
the most defining moment of my life was that moment when I found out I was gonna have my first kid. I wasn't moving to Charleston, South Carolina, and I thought I was gonna move to Hilton Head when I was 65. So I wrote songs for my kids, and those are these songs. So I got 3 kids. My third child doesn't have a song yet. This is my daughter's song. She's the middle child. It's called Lily's Song. And I always loop. I know you guys are sick of loopers, because people loop all the time down here. But
That's why there's bands.
Yeah. Yep. No, Hammer. I need a guitarist. This is Lily's song. Ooh. Well, she loves everything pink and diamonds and light blue. She's just a foot off the ground, but she makes such a sweet sound. You gotta stop and listen to her, every word, and just make sure that she's heard. 'Cause every word she says deserves an open ear. Yeah, she'll draw you all so near, just to be clear. Darling girl, she's gonna be my world for the rest of the time that she lets me call her mine. She's my darling girl, she's gonna be my world for the rest of my days, till the good Lord takes me away. My darling. Well now, when she sings out a song, you just gotta stop and sing along. 'Cause every note is so pristine. Yeah, I know what she means. She's like a lily pad on a pond. Just watch her float along. Oh, she like an easy breeze. Next thing you know, she puts your mind at ease. Oh, when she pleases. Darling girl, she's gonna be my world for the rest of the time. She lets me call her mine. She's my darling girl. She's gonna be my world for the rest of my days, until the good Lord takes me away. Lord knows, one day she's gonna come to me and she'll say, Daddy, I found a man to come and take me away. I have the choice with all I am. I did everything I can, and just to show her what it is, or to see a man. She's my darling, darling girl. Said long after I'm gone, well, she's gonna have this song. My only hope is that she sings along when these words she needs to hear. When the world makes everything so unclear, I just want you to know who you are. So listen here, you're my darling girl. You're gonna be my world for the rest of the time that you let me call you mine. You're my darling girl. You're gonna be my world for the rest of my days. The good Lord takes me away, my darling. My darling girl, yeah. Darling girl. Thanks, man.